keyboard you find Mr. Morris Mitchell. Drums is Eugene Muhammad. And on bass is Don Byron. Thank you fellas for holding down for us. I want to welcome everybody to Women's History Month, our celebration. The women of Nama. Oh boy, they sure can draw a crowd. Look at all y'all beautiful people. We are going to portray some of the lady legends of jazz, rhythm and blues, R&B, okay? So I want you all to sit back and take this journey, okay? Right now, oh, well, let me tell you something about Nama since y'all are all here. Okay. We've been in existence since 1904. We've been in this building since 1922, okay? We've had tremendous success at times, and then the success goes down, all right? But now we're building stuff right back up again, and we're so glad to have y'all here. We also teach here. We teach music lessons. Mr. Mitchell is a keyboard. He teaches voice and piano. We have Mr. Mack teaching saxophone. We have drummers. We have Steve Sink that teaches guitar. So we do teach here. If you need to learn something, some music, just contact us and we will gladly abide. Right now, we're going to get this thing started. I'm going to call to the stage Miss Ruby Reeves. She is one of our serious women of Nama. She's multi-talented. She was the poet laureate, correct? Yes. Of New York City. So she's going to grace us with a poem. Miss Ruby Reeves. You sure? All right, go do your thing, girl. Now watch this. This is going to be amazing.
Oh, excuse me, without my earrings, ladies, y'all know you need earrings. Hey, we don't sleep with them, right? Right. Okay, first I want to start off by talking about the fact that when I was a very young girl, I got an opportunity to sing to Billie Holiday. I wrote a song for her and she had me sing it backstage. And when she fell, I mean, you know, literally fell, it hurt me so bad. And so every time one of our black singers would crush, I would be reminded of Billie Holiday, how she fell. You know, this young girl that just, you know, died. She fell a long time ago, but she made it back, and then something made her lose herself. And so that's what this poem is about. It's about how women can lose themselves. And women can lose themselves in many ways. And I don't have to tell you because, I mean, some of you men might know because, you know, there's male and female in all of us. And there's more than a little bit in some of us. So that's why when I see somebody who's what they call acey-deucey, they didn't do it on purpose. They were born like that. And so this piece that I'm doing is about a woman, and it's called I'm a Woman Again. Hey, look at me. Take a good look at me. And when you do, you might say, hey, you're not much to see. But if you knew me when, and then you see me now, you might even beg me to take a bow. Because I was down on my knees. I had no place to go. And then one day that light hit me, you know. And yes, look at me now. I'm a whole free woman again. And I am so glad. You know, that sorrow that I once knew is gone. I was had. You know, H-A-D. And the love that I needed, I have already found. I am a woman again. And I'm so glad. You know that knockabout feeling I once knew so well? It is gone. I am so glad to be free. And yes, Lord, hey, you know, It's swell. And that taunt about existence that once knew my name had left me cold, undaunted, and shamed. But womanhood has clued me out, rough, dry, and ready. That's not what I'm about. You see, I'm soft, and I'm gentle, and I'm so lightly packed. My back is up off that bed, and my mind now, well, my mind is stacked. It's stacked with new instructions to that once misfit mind that couldn't do anything but complain about this and that and you and everybody all the time. But now, what you think about me now, world? I really don't care. Because I was indisposed, washed up and wiped out, and nobody cared what I was all about. But now, look at me now. I'm a whole free getting up, going to work, loving myself, woman, once again. And you know something? It is so good. Thank you.
Can I say something? Oh, wait, y'all got me so excited.
I'm kind of glad I didn't wear the glasses. So now, the earrings didn't take the sparkle from me. Thank you very much.
That was fantastic. Start a show. Wow.
I left yours up here on the little thing. Your piece, your point.
Thank you. It's the Poet Laureate of New York City. That's right. We're gonna keep it moving. We're like going into sequence now. I'm gonna call to the stage Miss Sharyn Mason. She's gonna do something about mother, okay? So let's welcome her to the stage.
Back in the times of post-slavery, we were free. And what we did was we took them same old cabins that they had us slaved in, living in. We took those same cabins and we inhabited them again. Only we made homes out of them. We got married in them. We had our babies in them. Those same cabins that made us so-called slaves. And so we were free. And I remember my mom and my grandma, they used to hum while they were working. And so I find myself doing the same thing. My husband's out in the field and he's plowing the field and he's doing what he's got to do to grow crops so we can all eat. But they're our crops. It's our cabin. These are our babies and we know they won't be sold no more. And the other thing is, we can dream for them. And so one of those dreams, I hear my grandmother singing and humming now. This song is by Oscar Brown Jr. And to me, it represents all of the black mothers in the world. And then all of the mothers in the world. Because every mother can relate to this. Brown baby, brown baby, when you grow up, I want you to drink. I want you to drink from the plenty cup. I want you to stand up tall and proud. And I want you to speak out clear and loud. Brown baby, brown baby, brown baby, it makes me glad to know you have been I have never had. Without of men's hearts, all the hate is heard. But you're gonna live in a better world. Brown baby, so lie away, sleeping, lie away in my arms while your daddy and mommy protect you and keep you safe from harm, oh my little brown baby, brown baby, brown baby. As years go by, I want you to walk with your head high. I want you to live by that justice code. And I want you to walk down that freedom road. My brown baby, brown baby, brown baby, brown baby, brown baby, walk on. Brown baby, brown baby, brown baby, brown baby, stand strong. Brown baby, brown baby, brown baby.
Let's give it up for this young lady. That's You've enjoyed yourself so far, so everybody's doing. We want to thank you all for coming out. Right now, I'm going to keep it moving and call up Miss Valdez. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Eda Jones. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. See, you look nice. You got a date tonight? Yes. Oh, you got your okay. All right.
Okay. Very pleased that you all are here. And my name is Eda Jones. Eda Jones. I'm a local girl. I spoke around here in New York, and I've mostly played for black audience. I was born in Aiken, South Carolina. And my family, when I was young, they moved to Chicago and then to New York. So I was a New Yorker growing up. At 14 to 15, I was here. I always liked to sing. I used to stand in front of the mirror and just sing. Billie Holiday was one of my favorites, and I used to mimic her. I sang most of my life, all of my life, and I had the opportunity to appear at the Apollo Theater, and I was so nervous that I sang out of key, and I didn't win, but I had an opportunity to meet Buddy Johnson, band leader Buddy Johnson. He was the pianist, and he saw that I had some talent, although I was singing the wrong key. And so his sister Ella, it was Buddy Johnson and Ella, Ella was pregnant, and so while she was pregnant, Eda Jones filled her place. I filled the place of Ella and toured with 19 men orchestra, and we traveled all over the United States. I came back, and in the 60s, I recorded a song called Don't Go to Strangers. And I was earning $50 a week working as elevator operator, and at that time I got an increase to $750 a week with Don't Go to Strangers. I got nominations for Don't Go to Strangers, Save Your Love for Me, and I did a CD of Buddy Johnson's music. I was nominated for those three, Buddy Johnson, Save Your Love, and Don't Go to Strangers, but I was never awarded. I met many years ago, I met Houston Person, and we formed a relationship, and I traveled with Houston, and he and I for the next 30 or more years. I would just say to you, in the spirit world where I am now, I did get nominated for the Don't Go to Strangers album. So I'm going to do for you one of the songs that was recorded by Eda Jones. One is My Mother's Eyes, and the other is Bye Bye Blackbird. Okay? Thank you so much. One bright and guiding light that taught me wrong from right, I found in my mother's eyes. Those baby tales she told, that road all paved with gold, I found in my mother's eyes. Just like a wandering sparrow, one lonely soul, I walked the straight and narrow to reach my goal. God's gift sent from above, a real unselfish love I found in my mother's eyes.
All right.
Thank you so very much. Like a wandering sparrow, one lonely soul, I walked the straight and narrow to reach my goal. God's gift sent from above, mother's eyes. Thank you so very much.
Get a little feedback here. What's going on? Blackbird, blackbird, singing the blues all day, right outside of my door. Blackbird, blackbird, gotta be on my way. Where there's sunshine galore. Pack up all my cares and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. There's somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, I've had such stories, they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye. Etta, she was a friendly person, very personal. And she liked to dance and she liked to have fun. That was Eda Jones. All my cares and woe, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. There's somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so Eda James, Eda Jones. Think about it. Got a little history on it. All right, so this next lady, young lady, she like go back to what a difference a day makes, you know, and we all know sometimes a difference in a day, you know, then we find out. Let's give Miss Diane, nice round of applause, Miss Diane Washington.
Good evening. Good evening. Hopefully everyone is enjoying themselves. Tonight, I'm going to briefly talk about Dinah Washington. I lost my bio, and I've been suffering ever since trying to get my phone to work. But anyway, Dinah Washington was born Ruth Lee Jones on August 29th, 1924, and she died December 14th, 1963. She was a very young woman when she died at the age of 39. She was an American blues singer, R&B, and jazz. And this is a favorite song of mine, so I'd like to celebrate the life of Dinah Washington. What a difference a day made, 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine, Lord, what a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss is heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and that difference is you. What a difference a day made, 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine, Lord, what a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Sky above can be stormy. There's that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss is heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you. It's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you.
All right. Let's say it for again. Let's give it another. For the gift of the day, man. All right, hit and run. Yes, sir. All right, right now, let's get Miss Austin up. All right, let's give her a nice round of applause to make her feel welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The lady I'm dedicating my performance to this evening is Miss Phyllis Hyman. There's a spark of magic in your eyes. Candy lines appease each time you smile. Never thought a fairy tale came true, but they come true when I'm near you. You're a genie in disguise, full of wonder and surprise. Oh, bet you my golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. And ever my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. If I could, I'd catch a falling star to follow you so I know where you are. Paint a rainbow in your magic shade to show I love you, thinking of you, write your name across the sky. Anything your heart desires, so bet you by golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. And ever will my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. Write your name across the sky. Anything your heart desires, so bet you by golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. And ever my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. But you got golly, wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. And ever my love for you keep growing strong, keep growing strong. Thank you. Phyllis Linda Hyman was born in Philadelphia in 1949. She was raised in Pittsburgh. In fact, her dad worked with my dad at the post office in Pittsburgh. She moved to New York when she was a young adult to pursue a professional career in the business, music, singing. She was discovered by Norman Connors and put on his You Are My Starship CD or album, because they didn't have CDs back then. And she recorded the hit Betcha by Golly Wow, which was her first recording major, which made her noticeable, and she was signed with Arista Records, Clive Davis, of course. And she made a couple of albums. She made, several albums. She also was cast in one of the featured roles in Broadway's dedication to Duke Ellington's Sophisticated Ladies. She was nominated for a Tony and won a Best Drama Theater Award for her role. That was in 1981. She recorded some more CDs, some more of her hit records. And she did one CD, and for some reason they never released it. She was tied to a contract with Arista, and she couldn't get out of it. And they were not releasing her CDs. I don't know if she had a problem with them or whatever, but that happens sometimes in the business, where they'll have one artist, play her things, the other artist, they'll shelf, Anyway, she wasn't able to do much. She finally got with the Philadelphia International record label after she was released after about 5 years of, not doing too much of anything except little jobs here and there in commercials and recording with other artists on their CDs. Gamble and Huff, she released her final CD. At that point in her life, though, she did somehow move into a depressed state, which many artists, that happens to. And she was battling weight gain and alcoholism and financial problems. You name it, it's unfortunate. In 1995, just hours before a performance that she was scheduled to do at the Apollo, they found her lifeless body in her apartment with a suicide note. And it's such a shame that so many of our artists, wonderful artists, we don't celebrate them or appreciate them while they're still alive. It's just something that happens. On that note, rest in peace, Phyllis.
It's Tim Austin for Phyllis Hyman. One of the songs that she really did that touched me was You Know How to Love Me. That had that real down beat to it. You know how to love me. Yeah. All right. Miss Billie Holiday. We got a young lady gonna do Miss Billie Holiday, and I mean, look at the rose on that. She looked like Billie. Miss Sharon Hanson. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Oh, darling, beautiful.
Let's see, is this okay? Welcome, everyone. Okay. I'd like to present to you Eleanor Fagan, known to you as Miss Billie Holiday. Some of you prefer to call her Lady or Lady Day. Okay. Billie was born April 17, 1915 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She was 18 when she was discovered by producer John Hamlin while performing in the Harlem Jazz Club. Billie was one of the best jazz vocalists of all time, known for her unique, distinctive phrasing and expressive experience, sometimes melancholy voice. She dazzled in the spotlight with many popular and famous jazz musicians, notably Lester Young,
Benny Goodman, Teddy Wilson, and Count Basie. In 1918, Billie broke new ground performing with Artie Shaw, becoming the first female African-American woman to perform with a white orchestra. Much later, Billie appeared with her idol, Louis Armstrong, in the 1947 film New Orleans. She was playing the role of a maid. Billie had a thriving career as a jazz singer, and many years before she lost her battle with substance abuse, she died in New York City on July 17, 1959, and she was 44 years old. Her autobiography was made into the 1972 film Lady Sings the Blues, and in 2000, Billie was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know some of you remember Billie's songs, Strange Fruit, God Bless the Child, Lover Man, You've Changed, Don't Explain. I'm going to give you some.
Just say you'll remain. Skip that lipstick. Don't explain. You know that I love you. Cause I'm so completely yours. Cry to hear folks chatter, but I know you cheat. Right or wrong don't matter when you're with me, sweet. Hush now, don't explain. You're my joy and pain. I'm glad you're back. Don't explain.
completely yours. Cry to hear folks chatter, but I know you cheat. Right or wrong don't matter when you're with me, sweet. Hush now, don't explain. You're my joy and pain. I'm glad you're back. Don't explain. I'm glad you're back. Don't explain. From the city that kicks and knocks, I'm standing alone by the desolate dock, in the still and the chill of the night. I've seen horizons, the great unknown. My heart has an ache, it's as heavy as stone. Will the dawn coming on make it light? I cover the waterfront. I'm watching the sea. Will the one I love be coming back to me? I cover the waterfront in search of my love, and I'm covered by a starlit sky above. Here am I, patiently waiting, hoping and yearning. Oh, how I yearn. Where are you? Have you forgotten? Will you remember? Will you return? I cover the waterfront. I'm watching the sea. Will the one I love be coming back to me?
coming home to me.
Miss Billie Holiday, Miss Sharon Hinson. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Right about now, we like to share a little hospitality, a little complimentary, a little food back there with Miss Antoinette, our president. Has some catering food here. So we gonna take a little pause, put cards, and nurse. All right, let's give all the young ladies a nice round of applause for the phone. And we'll be back. We got something in store. We got a lot of ladies still yet to come. All right, this is normal.
Is somebody sitting on that stool over there?
I don't think so.
Right now, we're going to call the young lady up who's responsible for putting this play together. And she also is responsible for this organization. And
Let me scoot in right
the
here.
head.
I'm not standing.
She's doing a pretty good, nice job. That's holding on.
But you're sitting right here.
Right now, let's get together and give Miss Antoinette Adams a nice round of applause, and see if we can get Madam President. Yeah. That's right. Ladies of the Legion. Ladies.
Dedicated to you.
Carmen McCrae. That's who I am today. That's why I need my glasses. I'm Miss Carmen McCrae, honey. I've always had a nice voice.
The plug is right where you at.
I was never in the same class as Ella and Sarah, but I always was behind them. I developed my own lyrics, phrasing, and my rhythm. Because that's what you got to do. You're competing with these girls out there, so you have to hone in your skills, and you have to develop something that's unique just to you. Okay? I studied piano, so I know all the notes. I sang with the band leader called Benny Carter in 1944. I married and I divorced Kenny Clark. That was in 1940. I worked briefly with Count Basie, Mercer Ellington, and I used to do intermissions at nightclubs. In 1954, I began my recording career. I absorbed many influences, some of Billie Holiday's, but like I said, I had to develop my own style, because I had to be me. I
duet album with Betty Carter and George Sharyn. I did a tribute to our girls, Miss Sarah Vaughn, after she died. And this is what I'm going to do for you right now. because there was no real song that was really hers. She sang everything, okay? And as she got older, and I met her in the 60s. We was in Atlantic City, and she was just on the bar with her cigarette, with her legs crossed. And I said, who's that? I was young, you know. So they said that was Carmen McCrae. So I said, oh. So then I went up to her and said, hi, how are you? Glad to meet you. And she said, it's a pleasure to meet you too, young lady. Why don't you stay for the show? I said, why not? And that's when I fell in love with her. Well, I fell in love with this lady, honey. Like I said, there is no one song that's really hers. She sang all the songs, and she tailor-made them all to her. Okay? That's what makes you stand out in this world. You have to find something, and you have to do it for you. You can't be copying nobody. Okay? You got to put you out front. And I'm going to do this one here. It's called Day by Day, and I'm just a swing. Day by day, I'm falling more in love with you. And day by day, I want you to know there isn't any end to my devotion. It's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day you're making all my dreams come true. And come what may, I want you to know I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay. A day by day. Take it, somebody. Yeah. 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 These guys are great back here, honey. They can make you sing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Antoinette Adams. Miss Hamlin. All right. Miss Craig. All right. Here's the day by day. All right. All right. We like to acknowledge a young lady in here that do a lot of things for you ladies. And she was International Woman in Jazz, Miss Jackie Lennon. Let's give her that round of applause. All right? Beautiful thing. Thank you, Vaughn, for coming out. All right. Now, this next artist, this lady, she's like a controversy lady because she picked a crowd that she wanted to sing in, and if they mess with her, she'll just leave the country. See, I'll get out of doors. So, I mean, if you don't treat me right, I'll treat my people right. Right now, let's call Miss Gia Williams expressing Miss Josephine Baker. Let's give her that round of applause. Yeah, come on out here, Miss Baker. We're so lovely to have you in the house with us tonight. I know you make the trip to get here. Beautiful thing. Oh, Jay Liz. Oh, my Lord. Beautiful. That's right. And then yes. Yay. Amen. Tell the story. All right. How are we doing?
Very, very good. Give yourselves a rounding applause. I'm going to pay tribute to Miss Josephine Baker, a wonderful, dynamic artist. She was born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1906 to a very poor family. Her mother took in washing during the day, and her father was a musician who was rarely around. But she had this special knack of being funny, making people laugh, and just being a joyous individual. So she would go sometimes and play hooky and pick up pennies from just dancing and singing on the street. She seemed to have an unusual talent for making people happy. So when she was about 7 or 8 or 9 years old, this young man came by and said, "Hey, little girl, do you want to dance in my theater?" And she said, "Yes, I have to ask my mommy." Ask your mommy. Her mothers didn't want her to, but she was a very headstrong young lady, and she consented her mother to let her sing in his little studio, which was really like a little theater, because in those days, segregation was very prominent, and so there was just a theater for black folks. But when Josephine got there, she would just dance and sing. She was very young and very talented and a very lovely, laughable little girl. So she stayed with the theater between going to school and on the weekends and just brought the house down. So after a few years, this producer said to her, "Would you like to go to France?" So France was like a world that she never knew. But when she was with her friends dancing and singing and tapping, she was just in another world. Her mother did not give her consent, but she went anyway, and she was about 16 years old. And off to Paris she went. When they arrived, this La Negro troupe, Paris went wild to see this lovely beauty with the beautiful skin, and she could just turn her body into all kinds of positions, dancing, singing, and leaping. They took Paris by storm. The tall, black young men were svelte and muscular, and the girls were just absolutely wonderful. And she had this costume with bananas all around her waist, and she just danced and danced and danced and brought Paris to its knees. She was the talk of Paris, of Germany, of Europe, all over the place.
And she stayed for 3 or 4 years, and the word got back to America. Who is this beauty? Who is she? She has so much fire and energy. That was my Josephine. She became the toast of Paris, and the counts and kings and princes adorned her with furs and minks and jewels and ocelots and tigers. She had this picture where she was in a leopard outfit, accompanied down the street with a tiger or a leopard. It was fantastic. She became so famous, and she was so disillusioned with the racism in America. She gave up her citizenship to America and became a citizen of Europe, which later was a big mistake. She became the toast of Europe, and years later when she wanted to come back to America, she wasn't wanted. And one of her biggest, most hated rivals was Walter Winchell, who was a columnist at the time. And whenever he could, Walter Winchell would always have something bad and nasty to say about her. Hello, America, this is Walter Winchell. We have Josephine Baker in town to open at the Carnegie Hall. Josephine Lafoni Baker, you should go back to Paris. You gave up your citizenship. You need to go back. But she did not go back. She opened at Carnegie Hall. And at first they wanted to have just blacks at one night, whites at another night, and she said, oh no, this audience to see me is going to be integrated. And so it was. She brought America to its knees. Am I right or wrong? Yes, La Josephine Baker was fantastic. Then one night after her show, she went into the store club to be served with her party of friends. She waited. She gave her order. She waited. She gave her order. They didn't want to serve her. After waiting 1 hour, she went up to the owner and said, why aren't we served? He gave some excuse, but Walter Winchell was in the audience. And she walked over to him, decked out beautifully. How dare you insult me? I am going to integrate this restaurant and interracial. I'm going to make it so. And she did that. He wrote about that. But the more negative things he wrote about Josephine Baker, the more she was wanted and loved. She came and rode through Harlem in an open-topped limousine. And every time she stepped out, she was adorned in something so beautifully. But she was very pained because she wanted to be a citizen of America once again. And she regretted that she had given up her citizenship. So this song is entitled Two Loves, My Country and I, and it goes like this. Two loves have I, and it tears me Chanjous amour, mon soleil, Josephine passed in 1975, and that was her last appearance at Carnegie Hall. And at that time, my fiance took me to see my Josephine. And when she walked out on stage after they announced her name, this woman was in her late 60s. She was still slim. And the minute the lights hit her and she walked out, she had on a mesh beige see-through suit that was just covered with sequins and beads. And she just stood there. She just stood there with a high feathered plume that was this high, almost reaching the ceiling, of ostrich feathers. And she stood gracious and beautiful. And the audience went wild. They began throwing long stem roses on the stage, and she stood regal and proud. And for at least 15 minutes, people poured roses through roses. And I'll never forget it because the roses just rose. You could not even see the floor. And they shouted, "Josephine! Josephine! Josephine!" And I was in the balcony and I was mesmerized because this woman had adopted a rainbow tribe of African, Italian, Jewish, Iranian boys and girls. And she lived flamboyantly, and she was heavily in debt. They took away her home, her beautiful home in Paris. But Grace Kelly sent her children to school, all 12 of them, and they were supported by Grace and her last husband. And they took Josephine, lifted her bodily out of her home, took everything that she had, but she never gave up. She was still proud. So her friends got together, and that was her last appearance at Carnegie Hall. And it's an impression in my life that I will never, ever, ever forget. It made me feel that whatever your dream is, dream it, be it, do it. So I am honored that every year that we have this show honoring our women in history. I've been asked to do this the 3rd year. It's a part of me that is in me. I love Josephine. So ladies and gentlemen, I am Josephine. So I hope that I've given you a piece of Josephine. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci.
Miss Josephine Baker. All right, so we're not going to stop right there. We're going to go to Motown. Y'all know Motown had a lot of artists. A lot of ladies at Motown did their things, and they dominate. They dominate the record industry at Motown. Right now, we want to call out a young lady feature one of those bad ladies. In fact, every New Year's for the last couple of years at the Tropicana in Atlantic City, I'll be right there when she come on stage, her and her brother. She called him Bubba. And she's still doing her thing right now. Right, let's give a nice hand for Miss Deborah Stevenson doing Gladys Knight. You want me to be the pimp? Can I be a pimp? All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, you look lovely. God bless you.
Deborah, and I'm glad to present to you tonight the Empress of Soul, Miss Gladys Knight. You know, very few people are able to maintain for decades, 50 years or more, she and the Pips. Only the Four Tops and the Rolling Stones have kept the same group of people in this business for 3 decades or more.
Now she's a dancing with the stars.
That's right. Everybody's seen her on Dancing with the Stars. It's been a great couple of years for Gladys. She got the Lifetime Achievement Award. Well, she and the Pips, the Lifetime Achievement Award, Rhythm and Blues with the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. She was a legend. You saw the BET Soul Awards legend. She started singing at 4 years old, of course, in the choir back home in Atlanta, where she was born in May of 1948. 7 years, at age 7, she won the Ted Mack Amateur Hour. Did you all know that? Back in 1950 or 48, she won $2,000. That was a lot of money in 1958, right? And all the Pips were originally her family. Did you know her sister, older sister Brenda? I have a sister named Brenda, so I just threw that out. Named Brenda was in the group. Her cousin and originally there were 2 women in the Pips. That didn't last a couple of years, and then the other brother and cousins came on. Their first hit, 1961. Every Beat of My Heart. Who knows that? Every Beat of My Heart. They were with a group called Fury. Then they joined Motown. And I don't know if you know this, but you know, the word was out that Diana Ross introduced the Jackson 5. It was really Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight met him at the Apollo when they won the 1966 Apollo Award. So she actually brought them to Berry Gordy, but he kind of sat on it for his star. So anyway, they ended up with Motown and stayed at Motown for a couple of hits. That I heard through the grapevine was done by many people, but the Gladys Knight and the Pips version outsold all others. But at Motown, you know, they got some hits, but everything kept going to the boss, Miss Ross, so they left for Buddha Records. And right then, hit after hit after hit after hit, on and on. She did the movie Claudine, got to use my imagination. I know you can sing them all, you know them all. She's also a humanitarian. She raises money for the Cancer Society, for AMFAR, for crisis intervention. She produces. She is an entrepreneur. She's a philanthropist. I didn't know this. Did you all know? You know she's from Atlanta. And I know she's there. She has chicken and waffle place down in Atlanta. I didn't know that. Many times I've been to Atlanta. Now I know where to go. Chicken and waffle. Big restaurant, a couple of them. She lives in Las Vegas now, where Mr. Blue says he goes to see her all the time. Did you know this? At the Tropicana, there is a Gladys Knight Theater. She is the first, and as far as we know, only African-American performer who has a theater named for them on the Strip. My favorite by Gladys
means a lot to me because of the year. You know, sometimes we go through things that just seem like they're awful, just awful. Why is this happening to me? And you think it's just the worst. And then you look back, all the trouble, all the tears, all the pain was worth every bit of growth. And you realize it was the best thing that could have ever happened to you. So like Gladys, I've had my share of life's ups and downs, but fate's been kind. The downs have been few. Well, I guess you could say that I've been lucky.
had a lot of pictures in artists too. A lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. Right on time, right there. Good thing. Good thing. I want to make a little announcement before I call this nice lady. They talking about taking this show on the road because we a little clustered up here and we need more room. So we said, young lady said, we already been on the road, but we're going on the road again. 2005, this organization took a review at the Apollo Theater. I think it was on May 15, 2005. And we're about to do that again. And I hope when we do, we have all of y'all right there with us and we're going to pack the place again. We have a fundraiser dinner dance coming and we want to see all the people in the place. And thank y'all for supporting this organization. You know, let's give all these ladies a nice round of applause. Yeah. So, and the musician, all right? All right, Lena Simone. We got some lady gonna come up here and do Lena Simone. Let's give Miss Dolly a nice round of applause and we keep this going. All right, we got some more ladies coming up. It ain't over yet. It's not over yet. Yeah, all right. Miss Dolly Adams. Let's give her that. All right.
Good evening. My name is Nina Simone. However, I was born Eunice Kathleen Wayman in Tryon, North Carolina on February 21st, 1933. When I was 3 years old, I was able to play by ear on the piano. And my father was a preacher, and in church, I didn't sing at all. I played the piano. An English woman moved to my town, and since I was so talented, this God-given gift, that my father made sure that I studied piano. And this is when I studied classical music. And I played classical music, and I developed my skills. And finally I moved on to New York, and I was supposed to go to Juilliard. Something happened, so I went to a school in Pennsylvania. I felt it was a racist thing because I was so talented they wouldn't accept me, but I was accepted in the college in Pennsylvania. And someone heard me play, and I had this desire to also play jazz and blues. And not only that, I had this feeling about this not being accepted into this school that I became an activist. And I'm a storyteller. When I write my music, I tell a story to enlighten my people. Actually, people of all walks of life. But it happened that way. And even when the 4 girls were bombed in Mississippi, I wrote Mississippi Goddamn. And they banned it. But then Lorraine Hansberry was a friend of mine. And of course she wrote Young, Gifted, and Black. And I wrote the song, I'm young, gifted, and black. All right, I wrote that. I knew Langston Hughes also. And he said, before he died, he said, Make sure you tell the people what's going on. Make sure you tell them what they need to do, because we're activists and we are here to start the revolution. We're here to train our young people, all people. And she became a piano teacher also. Now, me as an imposter, Dolly Allen, I'm also a piano teacher. I also started at 3 years old playing by ear. It's a very similar route. And Nina Simone, she named herself Nina, by the way. Nina means little one. And Simone was after some person that she knew. Why would she? Well, Nina's a pretty name, but little one, I mean, she was a great one to me. Anyway, I went to the Museum of Modern Art to see Nina Simone play. And I was a piano teacher and not much of a performer. You know, there are two worlds. When you teach, you kind of lose your playing skills, because if that's your thing, you want to get across that talent, you're working there. And so I was shy to play. And after the performance, I decided to go up to Nina. I took a chance. I didn't know what she would say to me. I walked up there and I said, "Hi, I'm Dolly, and I also play piano. I also teach." I said, "But I would like to play jazz and blues." And she said, I said, "Because I also play classical music." And she said, "You know Beethoven? You know about Beethoven?" "Of course, Beethoven, Chopin, Mozart." I said, "Yes, Beethoven is one of my favorites." She said, "What about Fur-Elise?" She said, "Fur-Elise, Beethoven played that with improvisation. That was classical back in his day. But if you listen to Fur-Elise, how many of you know Fur-Elise? Right? Right. Okay. Well, do you know what Fur-Elise means? Well, since I'm the teacher, I'm going to give you a lesson. As what she knew, I knew. Für is a German word that means for someone. Elise, believe it or not, was Beethoven's girlfriend, Elise. And he wrote this beautiful love song, Fur-Elise, for Elise. So when you hear Fur-Elise, it has a little light on it, so you have to say Fur. Yes, so it's Fur-Elise. When he wrote Fur-Elise, he started off improvisation, you know, and each section had a different mode to it. You know, he might have been saying, "Okay, Elise, everything is fine, but you didn't fix me anything to eat." And that bum, 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 you know, that second part. But what Nina was telling me was that you can play jazz and blues even though you play classical, because all of those techniques are in there. And I said, "Okay." She said, "Sit down, let me show you." And she showed me a few little trinkets, and she asked me to show her. And I showed her a little, this is what I showed her. I was trying to impress her. All right. She said, "Girl, just play." Because if you did that lick, because I call them licks, if you did that lick, all you need to do is just play. So she said, "But you got to find a place." And you know what? That was maybe 5 years before 1999 that I met her. I met someone, Albert Sheldon, who was a member of NAMA, And in 2000, I became a member of NAMA. I said, because I want to pursue this dream of trying to play jazz and blues instead of classical. I sat in the audience and looked and listened for several years until one day I got up and started to play. You know, it rubbed off. Nina said, be for real, be yourself, because she was herself. I know my hair is all, I said, no, don't go comb it, leave it like that, you know. But I did wear this African wrap to represent her. Okay. But she said, be yourself. Okay. She said, don't hide anything. And so the song that I'm going to play, not sing, I'm not a singer, this is This Masquerade, because it's not covering up anything, it's being for real. Okay? And I want to put in some improvs and a few things. So here's to Nina Simone.
Teach.
Yes. And since I am a teacher, I read. I know it by heart, but something about reading makes me feel more confident about it, I guess. I have to switch glasses from reading to music. That's all right. That's all right? Yes.
Do you?
Excuse my hair, it's kind of wild.
So is Nina's.
Be me. Be me.
Nina told you to
Go girl. Yeah, I'm a go. Girl. I need a drummer because Nina, she did play piano solo, and she always had drummers, you know, African drums. So I have some drummers. Okay. You wanna? You can help. Yeah, you can help. Okay. I'm going to start off. Also, this masquerade is my way, so it's going to be a little different. So I hope that you can follow it. Work it out. Okay. Go girl. Let's see if this is the. He has Martin. Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's give Miss Linda Simone and Miss Darling nice round of applause. And on the real note, she is a teacher, and she has a group of kids, like this little kid like that, group of kids, and she do the recital down the hotel, down on 14th Street somewhere now. But she also teaches right here too. Let's give Miss Dolly another round of applause. Spend time out with the kids, though, and teach them all right. All right, this young lady, next. Let me check my notes. All right, Nancy Wilson is in the house. All right, let's give a nice round of applause for Miss Freeman. Let's give a nice round of applause. Bringing all these famous ladies here tonight with us. Beautiful. Gee, you look lovely. Oh, man. Siobhan Pierre.
Indefinable is her music. Writers and record companies have long struggled to categorize her music until finally Audrey Edwards of Essence magazine got it right. She's a jazz singer, a balladeer. She does cabaret, sophisticated pop, rhythm, and blues. To say she's any one of these, or even all of these, is to miss who she really is. An artist of such enduring talent, class, and elegance that she just doesn't just defy the labels, she transcends them. Nancy Wilson feels being classified as a jazz singer pigeonholes her because she began singing jazz, big band, pop, and torch songs since she was 15 on Skylight Melodies, which is her own television and radio series in Columbus, Ohio. She prefers to be called a songstylist. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Nancy Wilson was born February 20th, 1937 in Chillicothe, Ohio, to Olden and Lillian Ryan Wilson. Her dad worked in an iron foundry, and her mom was a domestic. Nancy, the oldest of 6 children, often spent her summers at her grandma's house on Whiskey Run Road, just outside of Columbus, Ohio. This is where she got her first audiences and received her first accolades. It's from here, at the age of 4, that she knew she wanted to be a professional singer. Her family later moved to Columbus, Ohio,
and she developed her talent by singing in local church choirs. She never had formal vocal training, but she honed her God-given gift by listening to Nat King Cole, Billie Eckstine, Laverne Baker, Louis Jordan, Dinah Washington, Ruth Brown, and especially Little Jimmy Smith. By the time she was 15, she won a local talent show and was awarded a spot on the television radio show Skyline Melodies, where she sang phoned-in song requests from viewers and listeners. She also began performing live wherever she could in and around Columbus. After graduating from high school, she played it safe as an education major at Ohio Central State College for 1 year, but decided to drop out to pursue her dream. She joined Rusty Bryan's Carolyn Club Big Band in 1956 as their female vocalist. She toured the U.S. and Canada with them for 3 years, and then she met Cannonball Adderley. Cannonball convinced her to shift from the attention grabber stunts of pop music and focus on a more classy jazz and ballad style. She did, and the Nancy Wilson we know was born. Nancy decided to become a solo performer in 1959, and she moved to New York. Her goal was to sign on with Capitol Records and to have John Levy, Adderley's manager, represent her. Being practical, she got a secretarial job at the New York Institute of Technology and sang in clubs at night. She was prepared to hunker down for months or even years to realize her dream. But her break came when she was asked to substitute for Irene Reed one night at an established nightclub. They hired her in her own right. John Levy came to hear her. The tape went to Capitol Records, and, as they say, the rest is history. By 1966, she was earning over $1 million a year, and she became part of the second wave of female vocalists to follow in the footsteps of Billie, Ella, and Sarah. She did everything: her own Grammy-winning television show, touring Las Vegas, Los Angeles, got married twice, had 3 children, jazz profiles, a national public radio show, and of course, recordings, and awards, and more awards. I had occasion to meet Miss Nancy Wilson in the ladies' room at the inaugural ball of President Jimmy Carter in Washington, D.C. I was outside the stall saying to someone that I had just met her husband. She was inside and shouted out, "Who's that talking about my husband?" When she came out, I most graciously begged her pardon and told her how much I loved her. And it's true, she's been my favorite inspiration since I was 11 and a half years old. I hope that love will shine through in this song you're gonna hear from me. Everyone tells me to know my place, but that ain't the way I play. Why am I daring to show my face? 'Cause I've got something to say. Move over, sun, and give me some sky. I got me some wings, I'm eager to try. I may be unknown, But wait till I've flown, you're gonna hear from me. Make me some room, you people up there on top of the world. I'll meet you, I swear. I'm staking my claim. Remember my name. You're gonna hear from me. Oh, just smile on the road before me. I'm for just child. Listen, world, you can't ignore me. I've got a song that longs to be played. Raise up my flag, begin my parade. Then watch the world over start coming up over. That's how it's gonna be. You'll see, you're gonna hear from me. Just smile on the road before me. I'm for just child. Listen, world, you can't ignore me. I've got a song that longs to be played. Raise up my flag, begin my parade. Then watch the world over start coming up over. That's how it's gonna be. You'll see, you're gonna hear from me. You're gonna hear from
All right, beautiful. Let's give her another round of applause. You're going to hear from me. I'm waiting. All right, so Right now, we gonna bring Whitney in the house. You know, we just lost her. She just thinks so. We're gonna do a little something right now. Our last performance. So don't rush. Just let's examine what's gonna happen right now. My brother, man, you supposed to set something up? We have to set somebody else. Yeah, we got Whitney in the house and she's live and kicking. And one of the greatest female vocalists. I mean, she hit notes out of sight. Shaka Khan said, "You sing so good, I'm gonna let you just take that song and just do what you want with it." And we know Shaka Khan can blow. That lady go real deep down. But she heard Whitney, and she said, "Take my song and do what you want with it." So we're going to set up a little screen right now because this young lady wants you to exalt something that she wants to express to you. And she wants you to get it. Say again, let's get all the ladies in that round of applause that been up here so far. We had a nice night. That was beautiful. And somebody say this organization have a lot of male singers. Yeah. And I don't know male singers that need to put on the show and show these ladies something, but I don't know. I don't know.
Bring it on.
We're working on it. All right, in the meantime, let's get these man and the musician in that round floor. Mr. Morris, Mr. Muhammad. You got my man back there. You got
Fred, baby.
Mr. Fred, let's give him a nice round applause. Sometimes I get in a senior moment. Mr. Vaughn Pierre, let's give him a nice round applause. When it's getting good, it's getting good. All right, is we setting up something? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm in the audience, friends. Have y'all enjoyed yourself so far tonight? Should these ladies do this again?
Oh, yeah.
Should the man do something?
Yes.
All right. You about ready? And let's give Imani Scott a nice round of applause. She looks so lovely. And let me ask you a question. Is that Blue? No, that's my name, right? Mr. Blue. Beautiful thing. Echo down.
I'm just going to turn this.
How are you enjoying yourself?
I don't know if it's facing the, it's not facing the screen. Oh, this went off.
I'll just move.
All right, that's something Whitney would not be doing. So I had it on a slideshow to show you, but I'll just let it run after. No, I'm just going to speak through it because we don't want to delay this anymore. All right? So tonight I give tribute to the late Whitney Houston. Her birthplace being Newark, New Jersey. And she was born August 9th, 1963. She was born to Sissy Houston and John Houston and had two brothers, Gary and Michael. And she began her singing. She tells the story of when she started in church. She was always singing in church, and one day her mother said, she felt that the audience, the church would really get a feel of her voice. And so she sang in the church, and the next thing she knew, that's where her singing started. She wanted to do more of it. Now she's touched and inspired so many of us as vocalists. Her first debut album had 3 hits on it. How Will I Know? How will I know if he really loves me? And saving all my love for you. And The Greatest Love of All, which I'm going to do tonight. And it debuted as a hit, as one of the top-selling albums of all time. She was international. She touched everyone with her voice. And not just her voice, her poise and her beauty, and her charm. She had that personality all along. She debuted on the Merv Griffin Show at 19, singing Home. And they just talked about her style and beauty and just raved about her, in addition to her voice. So she went on to model. She appeared on the magazine 17 as one of the first, African American to appear on the cover of that particular magazine. And then I have a catalog here and also on the footage, just tons and tons of magazine covers, from Ebony to People magazine, you name it, she was there. And in her work, she also went on to do movies. As we know, she did 3. The Bodyguard. The Bodyguard, they waited a year for her to come off the road. I remember the producer of that movie talking about, they said, well, do you realize she's black? Maybe you should have a real actress, because she hadn't did any acting prior to this movie. They said, you might want to get a real actress, a professional actress to play the role. And he said, no, I'm going to wait for her. And they waited for a year. And every song on that track, the movie track, became a hit. And I will always love you. I will always love you. And then she did Waiting to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale. We love that movie. Yeah. Some testimonies in the audience here. And I get an amen. So yes, Waiting to Exhale. Shoo, 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 shoo-be-doo, do, do, shoo-be-doo, do, do, do. All you gotta do is sing. Ooh, shoo-be-doo, shoo, shoo.
That's
The
right.
Preacher's Wife.
That's my movie.
Yes.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel, yes. All right. So, and that song, I'll hail unto his throne. I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every dawn. What was the words to this one? Long as I live, as trouble I'll haste on to his throne. I love the Lord. Now it's deep because in college, when I was in college, there was a sister named Mary Jordan. And that was the first time I heard that song. In fact, that's when I was starting to stretch with my voice a little bit. Because I had just won a scholarship to Manhattanville College because of my voice. I made it into the all-state choir. It was the first in 7 years for the high school that a voice had made it into this choir. And I thought, wow, because there were some really heavy-duty singers in this high school. And so it gave me a clue that maybe I had something there a little bit. Alright, so when I went on to Manhattanville College, they had a competition and for Miss Manhattanville. And I went on, and there was a guy, I had a real serious crush on this guy. He was a pianist.
Tell me about it.
And so I remember I had a cold, some kind of flu or something came on me. But I was determined to sing. I had to sing because I had a crush on this guy, Greg. And I don't know, I sang Feel the Fire. And it was deep because, you know, I really didn't have much of a voice, but I got through that song. I hit those high notes because I just kept being inspired by the pianist. And so guess what? I won. I became Miss Manhattanville. And they had me singing all around the campus and all around, you know, the city and stuff. And I said, wow. It didn't work out with me and Greg. It's okay.
Still got your voice.
Still got the voice. So, you know, at the same time her career was booming in terms of the movies and all, she, you know, we know she got with Bobby Brown. And apparently that was the love of her life. She loved that man.
You talking about me?
Well, Blue, I haven't seen you like this before. And so yes, they had a beautiful baby girl, Bobby Christina, the joy of her life. And she's done some recording with her, you know, and Bobby Christina may be doing some singing. You'll probably hear a little bit more from her. But yeah, it didn't last with Bobby and Whitney. But during the course of that relationship, we know that she had a few falls. And through the prayer and, you know, the love of her family and fans and friends, you know, she got back up. You know, she said, I didn't know my own strength. I crashed down, I tumbled, but I did not crumble. I didn't know my own strength. That's the song on the last album. Yes. So she was making her comeback. You know, still beautiful, still keeping her faith, and still focused to be fabulous. And so she did also a song, I Look to You. Very beautiful. So with that, I'm going to say, in all of this, we live our life as we believe. It is our duty to follow our own heart and our own spirit, the path of our soul and destiny. And I'm inspired by the life of Whitney Houston with all of her 107 million collectively albums and singles and all of the tracks. 170 million sold worldwide. She made the Guinness World Record for being the most awarded female artist in the world. Okay, and she has a couple foundations for the children. Okay, Whitney Foundation for Children. A lot of great work that you might not even know about. So it also earned her a humanitarian award, from one of the colleges. So she's done a lot of work. She lived her life. She definitely lived her life, and so must we. And so as I sing this song, may it go up to the heavens as well as in the stratosphere, letting Whitney and all the other awesome diva angels singing soul sensations, that we love you and we thank you for your work so that we can carry on in the same light. Children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live and I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because of grace. Love, it's happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride
sincere. Let the children's laughter, let it remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live and I believe no matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Comes the greatest love of all. It's happening to me. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. The greatest love of all. It's so easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest
Thank you. And there's one other note here. There's one other point to make. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming leads you to alone.
Now she's gonna do one closing song right Have you enjoyed yourself tonight? All right, but y'all come back again. I didn't know what you want. In a larger room.
You know I'm every woman. I'm gonna try to play the track. I'm every woman.
Mr. Morris Mitchell on piano. Let's give him our music teacher. One of those never members. Mr. Don Barron on bass. Mr. Muhammad. Mr. Fred on drums. Mrs. Yvonne keyboard. Miss Imani Scott.
This goes to all the women in the house.
I'm Marilyn.
Whatever you need, anything you want, then baby I'll do naturally. 'Cause I'm every woman. It's all in me. It's all in me. So all the women that were in the show tonight, would you please come up to the stage? Come on up, ladies. That were in the show tonight, come on up. Come on, Nina Simone. Josephine Baker, come on up. Carmen McCrae.
All the ladies.
All the ladies.
All the ladies that, yes ma'am, the ladies of legends. History night.
I don't know you anywhere, even though you cannot stay. Because you're the one for me, that is where you want to be. I just want to satisfy you. You're not fine, everybody else. Can't you hear me calling, baby? Love me now, or I'll go crazy. Whoa, sweet thing. Don't you know my everything? Whoa, sweet thing. Don't you know my everything? Yes, you are. I wish you were my lover, but you're so undercover. Love you time my whole life long. I'm here on what you made. Don't walk away, don't be so shady. I want your mind, don't want your money. That's why words I say they make sound wonderful. Love you, I know.
coming out tonight. We are going to say thank you from Billie Holiday, from Sarah Vaughn, Mama, Josephine, yeah, Phyllis Hyman, yeah, Nina Simone, Whitney Houston, Eda Jones, Nancy Wilson, let's not forget. And of course not, Miss Carmen McCrae. We're going to end up right now. Miss Phyllis Wheatley, the first black poet to write a book about George Washington. Take it.
you, thank you, thank you. Right. Those were every woman. Woman of ages from members of the Western Music Association. Good night. Thank you all for coming out. Keep May the 12th on your calendar. May the 12th on your calendar. Keep May the 12th. May the 12th to Shades of Blue. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. Hey, Alamo. Share Mr. Richard Rogers outside for me. Yeah.